and welcome to my channel, Knotty Gnome Crafts. My name is Sarah, and you can find me as Knotty Gnome on Instagram. Whether you are a new or returning viewer, thanks so much for joining me. My channel is all about sewing and my personal style journey, so if that interests you, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Today's video is going to be all about my August sewing plans. But before we get into it, I just will briefly tell you that I am wearing a Madewell ready-to-wear t-shirt that I bought a couple years ago, so nothing handmade. And also, before we get into the August sewing plans, I always like to go back to the previous month's plans and talk a little bit about what I was not able to accomplish and why. I will pop a card up for July's sewing plans in case you missed that video, but just kind of briefly going over it, I did have quite a few things planned in July. I went a little bit crazy and I kind of knew that I wasn't going to be able to get to all of those things. At the time that I am filming this video, we still have about 10 days left in the month of July, so there's a few more things that I think I will be able to accomplish, but I will fill you in on some of the things that I'm pretty sure that I will not be making in July. So the first one is the Fiber Mood Vicki dress. I had purchased fabric specifically to make this dress and then rethought it because it was going to take a lot of fabric to make one dress, and I just felt like it was going to be too heavy and I wasn't going to like wearing it. So instead, I've decided to substitute another Fiber Mood pattern. So I still will be making use of my Fiber Mood subscription, but just not for that particular dress. The next thing I don't think I'm going to get to is the Jolly Vanessa pants in the olive colored linen. I still really want those pants, but I've kind of decided to slow my roll as far as buying new patterns. So and just kind of using what I have already in my stash. So I'm not going to be able to make those pants because I don't have the pattern. And similarly, I will also not be making the ready to sew jazz romper because I don't already have the pattern and I'm just trying to work from stash right now, and so those things are just not going to get finished in July. So let's talk about August plans. I will be gone visiting family for a significant portion of the month, so I tried really hard to kind of narrow my plans down to be focused and accessible in the hopes that I could actually really accomplish these things. So not as ambitious as July, but that's totally fine. Number one on my list is my needle sharp box. I know that I keep saying this every month, but I promise for real this month I will be doing a full review of needle sharp when it comes in August. So I won't go into the details of this plan right now, but other than to just say that it is a dress, but I am planning to sew that up in August. Number two on my list is a Fiber Mood pattern. I've decided to kind of keep it vague as far as which Fiber Mood pattern I'm going to use. Because I do change my mind a lot, and also because essentially a new issue comes out every other month. There's just a really big chance that I'm going to kind of fluctuate with which Fiber Mood pattern that I'm going to use. And the important thing to me is that I am utilizing the subscription that I purchased. It's not so important which pattern that I use. So I'm just going to keep it kind of vague and say that I want to make something from Fiber Mood using my subscription, and as long as I do that, I'm totally fine with that. So the third plan on my list is, as I said, I will be traveling to visit family, and it's for my niece's birthday, and so I wanted to make her a t-shirt. So I think I'm going to use the free pattern from Do It Better Yourself Club. I believe it's called the DIBY ABB Kids Tee, which stands for Anything But Basic Tee. It has a nice size range for children, and I'm going to be using this fabric that I got from Joann's. It's a cotton spandex jersey in these pretty rainbow colors, and I think that my niece will really like it. I originally purchased this fabric to make myself a romper, but I have made myself two rompers already that I wear on a regular basis. I don't really feel like I need another one, and although I do love this fabric, as far as it being something that I would wear personally, I think it's maybe just a little bit not my style. So I think it's better suited to make something for my niece. So I am planning to make that t-shirt pattern for her. So number four on my plans list for August is the Ruska Knott dress from the book Breaking the Pattern. This is on my Make 9 list, so I would really like to get that made up this month. This is what the dress looks like. It's just a simple t-shirt dress with an overlay in the front that you can tie at the waist. And I ordered fabric to make this dress, but it has not arrived yet. I will be having another fabric haul probably later this week, so stay tuned and you'll get to see what fabric I picked out to make that dress. But because I really am trying to get back on track with my Make 9 list, I do want to try really hard to complete that dress this month. So that was the Ruska Knott dress. And then numbers 5 and 6 on my list are utilizing this Rifle Paper Company linen cotton canvas fabric that I got from Stash Fabrics. It's this beautiful burgundy background with a large scale floral. And this is for a collaboration project that I don't want to reveal what exactly I'm going to be making, but it does involve 2 garments. And so I'm very excited actually to work on that project. It's probably the most involved project that I have for the month. And I'm kind of crossing my fingers that I'm going to be able to get that done because the collab we're planning to publish in September. So those were all of my August plans. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the video and that if you did, you'll give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.